Yo, welcome back, everyone. Welcome to another episode of My Panther Pride. Well, actually, this is a Inside the Hunt episode with Mr. Teton Saltes. We'll let you take it from here and give a little bit of background on you.
Hey, what's up, fellas? Name's Teton Saltes. As you know, I played for the Michigan Panthers back in my rookie year in the USFL. So the Panthers have a good, special place in my heart. But going into my fifth professional season, played with the New York Jets, bounced around a little bit with the Panthers, Arlington Renegades, and now I'm with the St. Louis Battlehawks. So I'm excited to be here with you fellas, man.
We're excited to have you, man. Thanks for coming on. I know you're probably busy. Like we talked about a little before we started recording. You got, everything's starting to line up right now with the season coming up. So I know you probably got a pretty busy schedule.
I'll tell you what, man. I'm like I said, the Michigan Panthers have a special place in my heart. But I'm excited to kick your ass this year. So
we'll have to see on that.
It'll be a good year, man.
It'll be a good year.
Yeah,
for sure. I mean, we got a lot of that defense coming back to bully you guys around.
Hey, that's what I heard, man. That's what I heard. So, we'll see. We'll see. It'll be a good year. It'll be a good product for TV, man. I'm excited.
Oh yeah, we play.
That's what week 5.
We I don't know, April 26th at the Battlehawks. So
yeah. Hey, so you know what? You guys don't have you don't got Jake Bates this year, so
no.
Hey, but BT Potter stats, his are looking pretty good. He can get them from 50.
Highest scoring kicker in was it Clemson?
That's not bad, man. That's not bad at all.
So he's got he's got big shoes to fill though.
Absolutely. I mean, Jake's killing it, man. He's a stud.
Yo, for sure.
Yeah.
And something that I wanted to talk to you about, we talked the other day over message, was the Bear Project.
Yeah.
That's something that you and your family is very closely involved with, and I believe you said your grandmother and your mother started it.
Yep, absolutely. The Bear Project its acronym stands for Be Excited About Reading. And, started well before I was even born. And, I'm going to be 27 here, so it's been going on for a while. Started out as a youth literacy program here on the reservation in South Dakota. We used to travel around and mentor families and tutor them. We would perform live theatrical skits with, costumes and whatnot, and just getting people excited about education, about learning, about reading. And hell, we even had a library, a mobile library, a school bus, a yellow school bus that we turned into took out all the seats and we gutted it, put computers and books and libraries in there, and we would drive it across the reservation here. And that's what we would kind of help to tutor kids with, right? And
that's
so awesome. It was a pretty cool program, man. And I would say here in the kind of the mid 2000s, there was a big suicide epidemic that kind of hit the reservation, and not just this reservation, but kind of, all across the country. And so we kind of not changed our platform, but we added a part to it, which was life awareness and suicide prevention. And that's kind of been the bulk of the work that we've done throughout the last, 15 years as, saving young people and teaching kids here how to cope with the struggles and the adversity that, inevitably comes with life. As we know, life is tough, man. No matter your upbringing, no matter where you come from, no matter who you are, there's always adversity. And unfortunately, a lot of people out there don't have the tools to overcome it, and they find it in, they cope with it in negative ways, as alcohol, drugs, or they don't find a way and they feel hopeless and they, look towards suicide and things of that nature. So a lot of the work that we do, it's all centered around the youth. How can we empower the young people and give them the tools that they need to succeed and not just survive, but to thrive, right? And do good things in this world. So we're still going, man, and it's been beautiful. It's been an amazing blessing.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear. And like you said, it's there's a lot of people who turn the wrong direction, and it's good to see people like yourself using your platform to, you're bringing something to your platform that, it was already standing through your family. but to use your platform for that and expand upon that, that's great to help.
Right. And be a positive role model for the younger generation.
Exactly.
To show them that, like, just because you face these adversities doesn't mean that this is how your life is going to end up. If you keep working and look for the positive in life, then you're going to have a more positive outlook. You know, if you stay
absolutely,
focused.
man.
One of my favorite quotes that came from a high school teacher of mine is obstacles are what you see when you take your eyes off the goal. That's a quote by Henry Ford.
I love that.
And that one has stuck with me since I was a freshman in high school. And
it really changes your perspective. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're like, oh wow, well this is just something to overcome, and this isn't the thing in front of me.
Right. It's like whatever you're looking for is what you're going to find. Right. If you're looking for negativity and you're just looking at the bad things in your life, that's what you're going to see. Right. But if you look at you try to reframe it in a different perspective of the positive, the beauty, the beauty in the struggle, the gift of burden is the way I like to call it, right? Like there's burden out there, and there's struggle, there's pain, but there's beauty that comes in that if you're willing to search for it. And if you're willing to search for it and find it, man, the perspective that you gain from it and the amount of people that you can help, it's beautiful. So yeah, man, I'm with you on that. That's a beautiful quote. I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a daily battle too. So
man.
Every day you got to try to keep, because some days you want to try to fall back on your, oh man, but like you said, you got to keep that perspective and keep moving forward. So
right, yeah, kind of like something that the military probably threw into you, Jesse. I know we've talked about it once or twice. Is you got to embrace the suck. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Embrace the suck. Yeah, that's that. That misery loves company, man. And when everybody's miserable, you got a lot of company.
Yep. Yeah, I've had a lot of O-line coaches that, because obviously, O-line guy, football is a very disciplined game. And what's more disciplined than like the military, right? And so they always throw in military quotes and Jocko and all these guys. And I've heard a lot of that, embrace the suck. And it's true. That's life, right? Life there's adversity that comes with it. And those that are willing to lean into adversity as opposed to run away from it, those are the ones that make change in this world. Those are the ones that do amazing things and uplift as many people as they can. I'm sure it's the same in the military, right? It's like when shit hits the fan, it's like those are the guys that you want leading, the ones that are that can handle that and are able to bring others along with them. You know what I mean? So, man, it's awesome.
When you're going through it rough and you make eye contact with somebody and you just start laughing, even though it sucks, but you can't help it but like laugh at him.
You just gotta laugh at it, man.
Yeah, it's like, all right, you understand what's going on up here.
Yeah. I love that, man.
So, getting back to football, like you said, you've played for the Panthers.
Yep.
You've also played for the Renegades, and now you're with the Battlehawks. And can you just run us through the differences and like what it's like working for the XFL, the USFL, and now the merged league?
Sure.
What it was like before and what it's like after, and if there was any differences.
Yeah, man. So I would say, when we played for the USFL, obviously the league has grown tremendously in every aspect. Talent-wise, money-wise. So like when I was in the USFL, when I was with the Panthers, we were all in Birmingham, Alabama. And, we all, it's kind of funny looking back on it, but all 8 teams lived in one hotel. We all lived in Birmingham, and we shared like 2 or 3 stadiums there and shared a locker room. We were all in a hotel there. So it was like, and I don't mean any disrespect by this to the league, but we laugh at it, but it's like it was like the JUCO of the pro world, right? Like the game day product was awesome. We love that. Everything else was just like, oh, what the heck's going on here? And it was so like ridiculous. It was so ridiculous that you just had to laugh at it. And like, looking back on it, I talked to all my friends that have played in that have been on this journey with me through the USFL until the UFL, and we all agree, like, man, that time in Birmingham, Alabama was the most fun that we've ever had playing football, like college included. It was a blast. We were out there doing what we love. And, we're running around in Birmingham, Alabama. So, I enjoyed it there. Yeah.
I feel like that would create such a league camaraderie. Like you're a team.
Absolutely.
But like even when you're going to play your game against whoever, it's like, oh man, I just was hanging out with him Tuesday. This is gonna be like it feels like a scrimmage, but it's actually the product is still good football. So that's
absolutely. Like we'd kick the hell out of each other, and then I'm like, oh, this guy lives right next to me. Yeah, we have a room right down the road, right down the hallway from me. So
yeah,
I remember there was guys trying to there was guys trying to fight in the hotel after the game, and I'm like, guys, relax, man. It's not that serious,
Yeah. We all just went to work.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, you all just went to work.
We just clocked out, guys. Go to bed,
Yeah.
Right. Now with the XFL, again, had a blast. This time we were all, instead of being in Birmingham, we were all in Dallas, Texas, and it was a little bit bigger. We all had our home stadium, so we got to travel a little more, which I enjoyed, and the stakes were a little bit higher. Right, the talent was higher, the viewership was better, and there was more, bells and whistles. That's when The Rock and them fully took ownership, and so you come out and there's fireworks and all this stuff, and it felt like a pro atmosphere. It was fun. And I would say the USFL was a little more rigid in the sense that Moose Johnson was the commissioner of it, and he does a very good job of running the league, but he's very stern, and so there's a lot more rigidity with it. Whereas the XFL was more about the product and more about putting out a good show for the people, the presentation, right? And so we were able to have a little more fun. And, guys cracking beers in the locker room. It's very disciplined. We're all very professional about what we did because at the end of the day, we're professionals, right? And we take pride in our jobs, but we had fun. Now, the UFL is a mixture of both. It's an even higher level, the highest level of competition that I've experienced out of all the other leagues, except the NFL, of course. And but it's a mixture of both. It's very stern, but it's also very fun. It's a high production value. There's a lot of rules and regulations, but at the end of the day, we're professionals, and we get to do what we love, man. And I get to play for St. Louis, which is a blessing in itself. I won a championship with Arlington and played for Bob Stoops, and I love that. But St. Louis is just a special place, and the fan base that we have in St. Louis, the Battlehawks. I mean, Battlehawk Nation goes crazy. Obviously the Rams used to be there, and they don't have them anymore. So they're hungry for football. So every time we come into there, I mean, you want to talk about a true NFL atmosphere, as far as even the buses lining up and walk into the stadium, and it's lined with all these thousands of fans. We're maxing out the stadium, the capacity. I mean, it's a blast, man. So the UFL, it's an awesome product, man, for the fans and for us as players. We get to do what we love. You know what I mean? We get to play pro ball in front of the world and, put on a good show and hopefully go on to the NFL. So all the leagues are good, but the UFL, I mean, they're doing something good there. It's a special league.
Oh yeah, I feel like it definitely definitely stepped up. Like you said, it's like they trimmed the fat of the other ones. They smashed it together, and I think they executed it very well.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
very excited. I think yesterday we were talking about on our last show when they expand. So I'm really excited to see how they handle that. If they do like a separate hub, or what they do for the beginning and how they do the conferences. So
I would love to see. And some of the players were talking about the other day. I would love to see us all in our home stadiums, like actually living and practicing and playing there. We play there, but we all are based out of Dallas still. So we practice and live in Dallas. So us being in St. Louis permanently and the other teams in their home stadium, I mean, that would be awesome, man.
Oh yeah, for the players, so you get your own facility, and it's creating more of a, like, I guess, drama between players because you're not so closely related to them or even in location. So
and then we could do more like fan engagement, with the community engagement.
The media aspect. Then the teams are able to develop their own media because they have them, but I mean, it's mostly operated down there in Arlington.
Right.
So it's hard for us. I mean, there's not many like us. That's kind of why we decided to do this, because we're like, nobody else is doing this. We got to get this stuff out there so people will watch and come to the game, so we can continue to have the league.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
So yeah, right. I mean, I'm excited to see. That would be ideal, I think.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that, man.
Ford Field, dude. Like,
yeah,
that's where we want them. Because they are the Michigan Panthers. You don't want them to go anywhere else in Michigan.
Absolutely, man.
It would be cool.
When you guys were up here for the USFL, you guys practiced in Ypsilanti and stuff, didn't you?
When we went up there, we fly out the day before. We do walkthroughs and all that stuff. But like I said, if the home teams are where they were at, and I mean, it would just be a whole different ball game. You know what I mean? It'll be awesome. Mm-hmm. And like I said, for you guys to practice in your home stadium, I mean, that's a true home advantage, right? And like for us, I wish we could practice in, Battle Hawk Dome, right? St. Louis Dome there. I wish we could do that all week. It'd be special, but we're getting there.
In due time.
We're getting there.
One step at a time.
All right, I got a good one for you. So, would you rather fight 100 or one horse-sized duck, so one massive duck,
man,
or 100 duck-sized horses, so little like Barbie horses?
Oh man, that's a good question. When I went to college at the University of New Mexico, and we had this thing called the duck pond, and so we would always hang out there. And man, those ducks are ruthless, dude.
Imagine one that weighs like 600 pounds coming at you, man.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I grew up around horses, and like you can kind of work with horses a little bit. You know what I mean? You can kind of get in like a blind spot where they can't kick you and stuff. But a big duck, shit, that's like having imagine Aaron Donald is like a 600-pound duck. That's tough. You know what I mean?
With a 6-foot neck just swinging around.
Yeah, man, that's scary. I don't want that. Beak coming at you. Yeah. So I might go the horses. You know what I mean? At least I can kick the horses a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like every kick you're getting at least a few. So you can, kick, shuffle around, have them run at you. It'd be like, I don't know if you've ever played zombies on Call of Duty, but it kind of be the same thing. You just got to get them in the line, kick some, and then take off again.
I'll tell you what, my brother TJ Barnes, I don't know if he's playing this year, but he was with the DC Defenders last year, and he was with the Arlington Renegades the year before. He's about 6'6", 6'7", he's damn near 400 pounds. So when I think of like the duck question, I think of TJ. He's a tough son of a gun to block, man. So like, imagine him with like a beak and all that. I'm like, I'm good. I'll take the horse.
I'm in the same boat as you. I'm taking the horses.
And then a question we had from a viewer from last time. We had Ryan Nelson on. He's an offensive lineman too.
Sure.
They wanted to know what it's like if you have to play a different position on the line, like if you go from that strong side to weak side, or from tackle to guard.
That's a great question. When you kind of go when you leave college, and I remember I was with the Jets. My coach kind of told me this. Unless you're an all-pro guy and a Pro Bowler, you got to learn how to play every position, or as many as you can on the O-line. When we go to the NFL or when we go to Pro Ball, we're not right tackles, we're not left tackles, we're not right guards. We're offensive linemen, and there's only 53 guys that can travel, right? And so you got to be able to play multiple positions. So it's different. It's like, how do you feel when you guys are? I don't know if you're right-handed or left-handed, but whatever your dominant hand is, right? Like, it feels great, it feels natural riding with your dominant hand. The minute you switch over to your non-dominant hand, it feels unnatural, right? It feels like, shoot, it feels weird. It feels awkward.
It doesn't feel right.
Doesn't feel right. And that's always kind of how it's going to feel. For me, you can't expect, and this is, the guy I trained with up in Frisco, Duke Manyweather, he trained with a lot of the best in the NFL, like Lane Johnson and Rashawn Slater and all these guys. So he knows what he's talking about. And I would get frustrated training with my left-handed stance because I'm a right tackle naturally. Mm-hmm. And he would say, you cannot expect your left side sets, whether it's guard or tackle, to feel like your right side, because it's just not, right? It's going to feel awkward. It's going to feel uncomfortable. But the name of the game, and this is the game of life too, right? That's why I love football, is like you have to embrace the uncomfortable. You have to lean into it. You have to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. You can't shy away from it. So it's going to feel weird. It's going to feel awkward, but you have to rep it. You have to work it, because there will come a point, like I said, unless you're a Lane Johnson, unless you're a Tristan Wirfs or something, it's going to come a point in our career where we're going to have to move around a little bit. And it's better to be prepared, right? So it's awkward as hell. It feels uncomfortable, but it's something you got to do. And it's better to do it in the off season than just get thrown in the middle of the season and you haven't worked a single rep at it, right? So it's weird. It's weird. But with time, as anything, as you work it, you get more and more comfortable, more and more confident, but it's never going to feel like your dominant side. And that's okay. It's not supposed to. It just got to be you just got to get to a point where it's functional. Like a functional stance, a functional set, functional punch. Just got to work it, man. So it takes time and repetition, as with anything, but it is awkward. I will not deny that. So I feel for guys that move from college to the pro and they switch them from left tackle to right tackle or vice versa. Mm-hmm. It takes some time to make that adjustment, but once they get it, they got it,
Right. And then I think Jesse had a part B for this question.
Oh, yep, shoot.
If you could play a different position for a game.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, if you could play another one, what would it be? All right, sorry.
If I could play another position, hell, give me quarterback, man. Big money man. No, you know what? I wish I could be a tight end. I feel like I have the speed and all that to do it. I just got these big old stone hands. I can't catch a damn ball. So that's my downfall there, But
we gotta get you some stickum like the old days.
No kidding, man.
Just rub it all over. Can you imagine how messy those games were when they just had that all over everything?
Hey, as long as you catch the ball, I wouldn't even care. You know what I mean? Whatever works, But I was talking to our OC is Bruce Gradkowski. He's actually with the Lions now. He just recently went with them. But I was cracking a joke with him. I'm like, dude, goal line, put me in there like the fridge, man. Give me the ball. Let me be halfback, man. Let me run it in there.
I love seeing it when OCs do that, just throwing them in like, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, just get in there, man. The crowd goes crazy anyways. Everybody loves it.
They love it. Everyone loves a big man touchdown. You know what I mean? It's on ESPN and everything.
It's always top 10 every time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I got a scoop and score one time in high school, and it was in a preseason game, and everybody's like, nope, doesn't count.
Don't count. Like, screw you guys, man.
And it was like 50 yards, too. I got that ball and took off.
Oh, you need the oxygen tank after that?
Yeah, I got.
I had a buddy in college that did that. He came out. He's oxygen tank, and he's out there for like 10 minutes. I'm like, bro, it was like 20 yards, man. Relax.
Took everything out of him, man.
Took it all, man.
Yeah,
give it all for the team.
Plus the adrenaline of just seeing the open field.
Yep.
Yeah, the whole team, they were like, I've never seen you run so fast.
It's like a once in a lifetime opportunity, man. You got to take advantage.
Yeah. It's never happened again.
All you need is that one, man.
Right, just that one. Oh,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah.
You said the Panthers were special to you. Can you lean in on that? Like, tell us why the Panthers hold a special place for you.
Yeah, of course, man. That was my first true. So I was with the NFL. I was in the NFL as a rookie with the Jets, but I got injured before I was able to even play a preseason game. Mm-hmm. And so my first true pro playing experience was with the Panthers. And started for them. We didn't have a great team, but that's when we had Jeff Fisher as a coach. But the guys I met that year, the fans that we met, I mean, it was just like, it was special. You know what I mean? It was special, and it was something that I'll never forget. I mean, we had blast. We had the time of our lives playing, whether it was 20,000 fans or 2 fans. How we went out there and we put it all on the line, and we were all playing for one common goal, man. And that was to, at the time, bring Michigan a championship and to do it together as a team. And there's just something, you guys know this, there's something special about that brotherhood, that camaraderie that you build that you really will never find outside of, whether it's the military or like sports. It's a brotherhood that you won't find anywhere else. It's a trust, a bond that's like sealed in blood. We're out there grinding and battling, and like I said, it was kind of like the JUCO, the pro world. So we were, it was so bad that all you could do was laugh about it, right? Like in the locker rooms and stuff, and it was just a special bond, man. Yeah, we're in the trenches together, exactly.
Yep.
So like, when you're in it, you just gotta, all we have is us, and it just brings you together in a special way. So. The Panthers will always have a special place in my heart for that year and for playing with them. And I still got my jersey hanging up over here. You can't see it, but it's over here. And now, like I said, I can't wait to kick their ass this year. I'm a proud Battlehawk now, but they got a special place in my heart. But I'm still ready to dish out some ass whooping. So it'll be a good year.
Between the lines.
Between the lines, yeah. Yep. Now off the field, they'll always be like I said, special place in my heart, man.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the last one I got for you. So I kind of shortened it up. I was going to ask like a routine you have, but I'm going to try to get a good answer from it. So do you have a guilty pleasure hype song, like before a game or when you're working out, or something that most people be like, you're listening to this before that?
My older brother, before he takes anybody out to the bar, he makes him jam out to Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus.
Solid choice.
If you can't jam out to Party in the USA before we get to the bar, then you can't hang out with me.
Yeah.
That's a solid choice, man. That's a good man. That's a good man right there. You know what? I'm a big Foo Fighters fan. Hell, my favorite song is Walk by Foo Fighters. So I'll throw that on when I'm getting ready to walk out. I will tell you this. I remember in college, I'm sitting there jamming out. And my coach comes up, like, I'm sitting there headbanging all this stuff. And my coach's like, hell yeah, man, what you listening to? I take my headphones out, and it's Taylor Swift, Bad Blood or something, something like that. And he's like, dude, we're about to play Notre Dame, and you're playing a Taylor Swift. I'm like, bro, don't knock my hustle. You know what I mean? Like, let me do me.
Trust the process, man.
Just the process, man. Let me do me, coach. I had a good game, so, appreciate you, Taylor. But Hope you get your hope your boyfriend gets your butt whooped tomorrow. But I digress.
Amen.
Go Eagles.
Hey, to be fair, I wanted the Lions to be in the Super Bowl. I was rooting for them. I wanted them. I wanted the Commanders in there.
I did.
Heartbroken.
The Commanders would have been awesome, man. I hate that they went out the way they did after our game.
Yeah,
and then the coach of the year, I feel like should have been Dan Quinn. And
absolutely.
To third round of the playoffs? He flipped that whole franchise, man.
They did a hell of a job. Yeah. All those franchises. Lions, the Commanders, they did a hell of a job. So I guess you guys got something cooking over there in Michigan,
No. Yeah. Gotta keep it going. Keep it going through spring.
I would hate to derail your momentum there come game day, but you gotta do what you gotta do, fellas. You know what I mean?
April 26th, we're gonna find out, aren't we?
I love it, man. I love it.
We're gonna have to be watching that one from home, but
yeah.
Hey, that's fair.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
I got to catch a couple of games last year. I think I only went to 2 or 3 games last year, but this year, I think what I say last night, I'm on track for making
7.
I think 7 games this year.
Oh wow.
Yep.
That's awesome, man.
the season opener for at Memphis.
Yep.
And then all the home games, and we plan on making the championship game. No matter what team's there, we're going to make the championship game.
Oh, I love that, man. I'm glad you guys are going to be there to support us, you know.
Yeah. I do have an aunt in Missouri, so maybe I'll see what's up. April 26th.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah. There you
Hey,
go.
well, fellas, I just want to say I appreciate you guys. I mean, what you guys do for the league and what all these other podcasters and interviewers do for the league is very special. And like you said, we need this to keep it going. So thank you for reaching out to me. Thank you for all that you do for the league, for the coverage, the exposure. You guys are doing a hell of a job, man. I love your pride for Michigan. I know Michigan appreciates it. I appreciate it, and the league appreciates it. So I appreciate you, fellas, man. Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate you taking the time out and coming on and talking a little bit of smack and giving us some background on you and about the league and everything that you answered for us today. Like it's been real awesome. I'm glad we kind of built this relationship. Yeah,
man. If you guys ever want to jump back on again, mid-season or during the season, whenever, shoot me a text, man. Let me know, and I'd be happy to jump back on with you guys. So again, I appreciate it, man.
Cool, man. Yeah. Sounds good.
We appreciate it. And I guess that's it for today. You got anything else you want to touch on, Jesse?
No, I think we really hit it all. Like he said, thank you for coming on. I know you thanked us, which feels awkward to me, but thank you. So, best of luck, except for April 26th. I hope everything goes well with a big L.
That's fair, guys. That's fair. Yeah. Appreciate it, man.
I'll just leave it with we're going to give you a fight. Yeah. How about that?
Yeah, man. Hey, I'm always up for a fight. You know what I mean? We are the Battle Hawks, right?
Yeah. I will say you guys got some you guys fans are like dedicated. They remind me of like the old Black Hole and
man. Like they say, call is law, baby. Call is law.
Call is law.
And then when they got beat by the Panthers last year, it was paw is law.
Hey, we'll talk. Hey, we don't live in the past, all right?
All right.
Again, thank you, Teton, for taking the time out of your day. And as always, Panther fans, remember,
let's hunt.
Let's hunt.
Love it.